Hey there, I'm Kid Wilder. That was an interesting opening. That was the next day. Okay, so we now own the mansion. We get a new opening. That's what it is. We got a trophy. Our inheritance trophy. We reached room 46. If you don't recall, we got to room 46 last time. Trophies earned will be permanently added to the trophy room, which we don't have a trophy room right now. We also discovered that there is some sort of boxes. There's a bunch of boxes in the bottom of the reservoir. We discovered that there is 6 different groups potentially working with the royal family. I'm not entirely sure on that because we had at least 6 busts that were in that hallway at the foyer. We found a business card down in the basement. Also, we finally got in the basement. And that business card said something about the 100 Bells, Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. I don't know exactly what that means. We got an extra lever that is apparently hidden for each antechamber. Each of the doors in the antechamber has an additional lever that is hidden somewhere. We know of one of them, and that's in the weight room. We need the book from the bookshop. A New Clue is a book that was written by the main character's mom. We need to find that. There's several things that have kind of been added to our to-do list. Okay, open only in the event of inheritance. Dear Baron, now we are officially a Baron. Welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by that same title. But life is a journey of growth, growing up, growing older, growing wiser, and in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash, and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and I left it at that. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation, I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. And as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really had any goals or objectives to strive towards. I never had any dreams to realize. I never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. I never had a room 46 to reach. And now that you have reached your goal and are basking in your well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there? Or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Owen Navari, Herbert S. Sinclair. So what are we going to do now? Go ahead and start outside. We'll go ahead and see what that extra room is. I don't know for sure if that was one of the things for the blue flames. Yeah, see, nope. It doesn't look like it was a thing for the blue flames. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go see what the West Gate room is. We gotta figure out where the knob is to activate the blue flame. Makes me wonder if maybe it's underneath the fountain. We've got the hovel, tool shed, and schoolhouse. Every time we do the schoolhouse, we end up hitting a roadblock. The farthest we've been able to make it is 6. I would like to make it to 8, but I just feel like we need to increase our number of gems to properly pull off the schoolhouse. The hovel could be nice, but we don't have any additional things that boost our steps. I guess we could do the dining room. It might help with that. Tool shed might give us 2 useful tools out the gate. I think I'm going to do the... Let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the hovel. Hope that doesn't mess us up. And we've already read all this stuff. We don't have any additional items in here. Did I not already turn that? Oh! This whole time I've been trying to figure that out. Is in the hovel the whole time. I don't understand why I never noticed that, but I guess I haven't done the hovel very often. I think the last time I did it, I wasn't even aware I needed to look for those. I'm gonna go see what that is. Hopefully that doesn't end the run. That could potentially be sad. Okay, so we've got a manor there. Some sort of elevator. There's areas you can look out down there. Is it taking me to one of those? Oh. This is that hidden path, so it's not the one I thought it was. Very pretty. Did not see anything over there. Just kind of started running. I like the backside of water. What's that over there? So we got a chessboard. Okay. So we have these chess pieces. Wonder what the puzzle is here. I imagine it's something where we gotta put these pieces in certain spots. So there's 6 of them. There were 6 names, but who would be where? So we had a lord, a baron, a major. There's 2 barons, but I don't see 2 things for barons. She would easily be there. Would that be a count? Maybe? And that would, the horse would be a major. Is that it? Doesn't look like it. Thought maybe it was something like that. We'll come back to this. I want to see if we find anything else before we spend all of our time trying to figure out the puzzle in there. We got a door here. Where are you? Foreman's copy. Do not remove from sight. Realm and sigils of the past and present, I assume. By Professor R. Willard, Ben Ayres, Robert Bird and Sons, 1905. Not sure what that something of the first era found, something either of a natural, something from the creations of a custom to record various signs with the aid of. They did this in order that their realm might not be. I wonder if that's understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written texts and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we're referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have specific meaning. So this is the sigil. To understand realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual element that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of four things: the core, the dividing lines or rays, the moat, and the border. The core, at the center of each sigil, is a unique shape different from each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Several examples from well-known. So we've got these ones. Ben, I think, is this one here. Arindia is the house. The rays, something from the core will come. Lines splitting the sigil from one sigil to another. The defer and number style and the differences in these reveal several things. Counting the sigil will transportation, where they on ships or have employed expansive ships routes. There's a lot of missing pages on this. Rays on these, the directions, carriages look like map, trails, and other rays. Yeah, we can't really read a lot of that. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Moats. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. If they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Tribal, a primitive realm, hunter and gatherers. Agricultural, harvests and farming, based society and culture. Martial, military, and generation spanning arguments. Metropolitan, large city-state with a dense urban and populous center. Academic, a center for knowledge advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial, engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Spiritual, an elevated reference for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. Poetic, a strong focus on the advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. Border around each sigil is an adorned edge, serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. That's white, black, violet, green, orange, red, pink, yellow, and white. So, putting it all together by studying the core, rays, motes, and border of the sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Red banners, Marshall, Boo, Bog. Not sure. That's red. Marshall. I guess it's fog. Because some of these are missing. So Finaris is a marshal. I don't have anything else in here. Yeah, I want to take another crack at that chessboard. It's like, what could it be? I was thinking maybe is the clue was from the foyer. Because there's 6 pieces. But what else could potentially be that? Unless it's I have to go inside the house, complete all of the house, taking note of where each of those rooms are at, and then I have to come back here and place those in the right spots. Sure hope it's not that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Which means I was right all along about those dang puzzle pieces. Not puzzle pieces, those chess pieces. Scripps and Rutherford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 3. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible. But after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Huh. Alright, I guess we're gonna go up here and use some more steps. See if we can actually achieve anything. Because we've got to go inside, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. We have to go inside and get those rooms to spawn in. Because we had a pawn, we had a bishop, we had a knight, king, queen, and rook. All right, going right. Mount Holly gift shop. That's new. Enjoy your lunch. Okay. Permanent addition to walk-in closet. Permanent addition to the dining room. Okay, so the Mount Holly tee, I guess, just adds a t-shirt to it. Just looks nice. Permanent addition to the dining room. When you reach rank 5 with lunchbox, gain half of your dinner steps. Okay. Swim trunks. Permanent addition to the pool. Pair of trunks is always handy for swimming. Just be sure to bring some keys. The Digiblocks console edition coming soon. Swimbird plushie. Unlock dare mode. Blue tents, permanent addition to the campsite. Blue tents can only be purchased after you have proven your merit as a scout by obtaining 8 trophies in your trophy room. So we don't have anything other than the t-shirt that we can get. I'm going to hold off on that. That's interesting that gave us that. See, we could do the bedroom or guest bedroom. Do the guest bedroom, we can get 10 steps back. We do the observatory, we can get potentially something interesting. I'm going to do the observatory. We don't know if we'll get anything interesting, but might be something interesting. Alright. Apples are extra delicious today. We got an extra 3 steps. So we will never see another apple again. See, we got night in here. So that means I don't have my other notebook with me. Hopefully I'll remember what that means. Okay, so we have the night. That's one of the 6 down. I don't think there's a pawn in here. We've got knight, and then we have pawn. Now we just need 4 more. I guess I can go ahead and grab my gem. I think I'm gonna head east on this one. See, we could do den. Guess another gem. Do storeroom, give us 2 keys, a gem, and coin. Or do a nook and keep going north. We'll do the den, just so we can get an extra gem. Okay, is there anything in here? Is there any chess piece? We have a pawn in here too. So, which pawn is it? Does it matter? Does it need to be in certain ones? I am not sure. Hopefully it's just a, yeah, you can do it wherever you want kind of thing. To the security room. And here we have the knight. So we have 2 knights and 2 pawns. Is there anything else in here? I feel like there should be something new in here. I don't know why. I just feel like there should be. Let's see. We have no items about. Go ahead and turn our keycard system down. Okay, so we have 2 knights, 2 pawns. I don't know if there's a actual pattern to it. If it's gonna throw a fit if we change anything on it. Okay. Gonna keep going east. There's the pool. Nursery would be nice, but we need to go ahead and get the pool so I can get the pump room to start spawning. Don't see anything new in here. Don't see any chest pieces. Go south. We already have the dining room. Seems kind of far, but we're gonna go ahead and take the dining room. Don't see anything in here. There's another pawn. So, yeah. Hopefully there's a actual pattern to it. Right now, we have 3 pawns in a row. The dining room, den, and drawing room. There's the break room. I guess if it comes down to it, we can always take a break in here. See anything around here? I don't see any chess pieces hidden anywhere. Go ahead and do our puzzle. Okay, we got our squares back. 2 squared is 4. Plus 1 would be 5. Or would I add them together, which would be 3, and then 3 squared would be 9. Okay. So then 5 squared would be 25. Minus 1 would be 24. Divided by 12 would be 2. 1 squared would be 1. Times 10 would be 10. Times 3 would be 30. Divided by 15 would be 2. Just full stick. We got the walk-in closet. I feel like it's too early to dead end right now. Do the chapel. Yeah, I'll do the chapel. Which gets us a bishop. So we have a bishop. We've got 3 of them. We're halfway there. Keep going west. I have the servants' quarters. I'm gonna do the parlor. I don't feel like we've really achieved a whole lot right now. There's another pawn. Maybe it's color based, because we've seen it look like it's 3 different colored pawns. If you replace the word one and the other 2 statements with both, they will both be false. One of the other boxes contains gems. So if you replace that to both of the other boxes contain gems, it'd be false, which makes that true. One of the other statements is false. Both of the other statements is false. Which means maybe it's the white one? Because this one doesn't really give you any clear definition on it. I think it's the white one. It's always nail biting until you see those gems sparkling in there. Okay, we got the west wing wall. I'll do that. Keep going north. Keeps tossing that reading nook at us. I guess we'll do the bedroom. Get a few steps, not much. There is a chess piece in here somewhere. Yeah. So we've got several different chess pieces. None of them are blue. So what's the catch there? Do the passageway. It would use 6 of our steps. That's the downside to it. At least it lets us get around. Hey, we haven't gotten a single key either. At the hallway. No piece in here. Go west. We can do the garage. That way we can get 3 keys. We definitely needed some keys. We had none. I don't remember if this had a pawn in it. Don't have anything over here. Don't see anything over there. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and use a key on this trunk. Got some money. Wine cellar, I guess more gems. Coat check with dead end. We'll do the spare room. Allows for us to keep going. Don't have anything in here that I see. There's the locker room. Spread the keys throughout the house. Or there's the courtyard. Both of them are going to eat some of my steps. Trying to get north. It just keeps sending me other places. I guess I could go down to the drawing room at some point and try to go north from there. Any tools? Nope. Just burning through my steps. Guess we gotta do the commissary. No pawn piece in here, nothing like that around here. Commissary would be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. See, there's a shovel. We could do the shovel and it might get us something. We could do the salt shaker and get us a little extra steps. But luckily, we're right here. I just need to get a few floors up. Need a turnip or something. Can't really eat an old boot. Another key. At least we replaced that one key. Yeah, I'm just trying to get up to the foundation. There's the utility closet. Nursery. We've got to do the lab. This is always a problem with this setup. It burns through my steps way too fast. I'm just noticing there's writing where it says complete thaw. If I had magnifying glass, I could actually see what that says. I wonder if that was the another clue about the freezer. Being able to use the heat to melt the ice in the freezer. Need something good. Give me a good experiment. When you draft a shop room, immediately when you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room. Spread dirt on the driveway, gain 1 key, 1 gem, or 1 die selected randomly. Add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. Sure, add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. Experiment successful. Use a silver key. I just don't have the steps. I would have done the aquarium, but I am really lacking on those steps. Do the reading nook. It'd kind of take us north. We do the nursery. It would get us 5 steps. And then if we can get another bedroom, that would get us a few more steps. But we would have the risk of potentially not getting the correct door in the Great Hall. I have to do the reading nook. We got a rook here. So that is the dining room, pool, spare room. Reading nook. I don't know if I'm even going to have enough steps to get out at this point. I'm kind of out of luck. But it's nice to know that it's there on those days that I have a lot of steps. Guess we're doing the library. The only other choice I have. Don't really have anything that we want to check out. Yeah, we've got all those books. Attic, aquarium. Guess we're doing the aquarium. Need food. There's the broken lever. We got a coin. Why is one a regular door and one not? Guess that's why. Nope. Hey, there's the pump room. Can I do anything with the pump room? Do you have food in you? Nope. Gems and a key. Okay, so we're going to attempt to refill the reservoir and then drain the fountain. Wait. I could drain the aquarium. It's right there. I could finally find out what the point of draining the aquarium is. And feel horrible about doing it. Alright, aquarium's drained. Anything happen from that? So what was the point? Seriously, what's the point of draining the aquarium? I don't see anything in there. Like, it won't let me interact with anything. Won't let me change anything. Seriously, what's the point? Yeah, it's not gonna last much longer unless we get some food in us. And the nearest place is so far from us. We aren't even gonna get the break room. That's quite sad. Quite sad indeed. 'Cause I don't think we can fully drain the reservoir until we get this tank active, which I believe it requires the boiler room. Okay, now that we've got that, I guess we can go right from the aquarium. See what's up here. Maybe we can find something interesting. We drained the aquarium and saw nothing. And then we drain the fountain and we won't get to see that on this run at all. Anything we do is gonna end up running this run, because we could do the storeroom just to get us a few things, but the reality is we're not going to be able to actually complete this. We're going to dead end. That means that my little puzzle thing here is going to be useless because it's going to reset the next day. I need to make sure I actually have my other notebook whenever I do this next time. Since it's going to end, we're going to at least look at the solarium. I'm sad that we didn't get more information, but we did get some. We now have access to that ledge area, which Prosaic Villa. So we have access to that ledge area, which seems to have a puzzle. Something to do with the chess pieces. I'm not entirely sure exactly where all the pieces are, how to figure that out. If we need to, if it was what I was thinking it was, but at the same time, there was a lot of duplicate pieces. They were different colors, but they were still duplicates. Hopefully we can figure it out next time. I'll see you in the next episode.